I want to share a little story with you guys. Now, 5 years ago, I didn't own a car. I didn't live in my own place. I was broke. Not really from a financial standpoint, but more like mentally, emotionally, spiritually a little bit. I felt stuck. But I did find 4 books. And I don't say this lightly. These books definitely saved my life. Now, today I have stability, vision, and a voice. This is how it happened. I use these same 4 books to help you become more financially stable, more successful, and more powerful in your own life. The first book was Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. This was a spark that lit the fire in me. Think and Grow Rich is not just about money. It's about vision, belief, and persistence. I learned the power of definiteness of purpose. I stopped drifting and started aiming. Napoleon Hill taught me that wealth begins in the mind, with desire backed by faith. Every day I visualized what I wanted: a car, a home, a peace of mind, and basically I just started moving like I already had it. Consistency became my lifestyle. I read my goals every morning and I repeated them like affirmations. Every day and every way I'm getting greater and greater. Every day and every way I'm getting better and better. And guess what, y'all? That desire backed by faith that I had burning inside of me with belief and daily action started creating real results for me. If you don't know what you want, you'll end up starting to chase anything and everything. This book gave me direction, and that direction gave me results. So if you're chasing wealth, if you're chasing success, if you're chasing any type of prosperity, right? If you're trying to prosper in life, remember that wealth starts with purpose. So define it, believe in it, and chase it relentlessly. The next book that gave me direction and purpose was a book titled As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Mind you, this book was written in like 1904. So like, it's an old book, but oh man, it's just filled with good knowledge, everyday knowledge that you could use today. I'm pretty sure you could use the knowledge of this book in the next 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years. I used to think success was all hustle, but this book showed me that it all starts in the mind. As a Man Thinketh basically taught me emotional intelligence. It made me realize that I was reacting to life instead of creating my life. James Allen breaks it down pretty simple. Your thoughts shape your character, and your character shapes your destiny. So I stopped complaining, stopped blaming, and I started to own my own energy. This book taught me that you can't plant chaos in your mind and expect the mind to produce a peaceful life. So when I started observing my thoughts and started cleaning up my thoughts, I noticed that in life, like my life started cleaning up for me. So I did what the book said. I started treating my mind as a garden. I started pulling out them weeds of like fear, doubt, self-pity, and then I started planting seeds of faith, gratitude, focus, and that basically changed how I moved in every room. I basically learned in that book that if you master your thoughts, from mastering your thoughts, you'll master your future. The third book that gave me purpose, focus, direction, and actually I started gaining money from would be The Richest Man in Babylon, which you see right there. The Richest Man in Babylon. Now that my mind was getting sharper, it was time to start getting my money right. It was time to start getting my money sharper. And this book, The Richest Man in Babylon, definitely taught me that. It taught me how to move with money. Even when I had barely or was just getting by, check to check. It was written like ancient stories, but the lessons are timeless. Pay yourself first, budget wisely, and invest in what you understand. I used to spend every dollar I got. Now, I save 10%. I invest it purposefully. I live under my means so I can rise above my circumstances. This book taught me to stop treating money like a mystery. If you respect money, money in return will respect you. I went from taking cabs, trains, buses, to literally owning my car now. Not owning my crib, but renting a nice little townhouse. And basically able to have like emergency savings, put up just in case I need it for anything. Like I said in the previous video, manifesting is not magic. Manifesting is more like discipline. And you can manifest a better life just by, reading books, obtaining knowledge that you didn't have before. This book, The Richest Man in Babylon, will basically just teach you that wealth is built on small, smart habits, repeated consistently. So you just have to be consistent with the work. Now, this last one was a gut check. This last one was a book, again, from Napoleon Hill, and it was called Outwitting the Devil. Now, Napoleon Hill in this book is having a conversation with a certain someone. Let's just call him AKA fear. Let's also call him procrastination. We could also call him excuses. It exposed how I was like just drifting through life, blaming everybody and everything else besides myself. This book taught me that the devil wins when we live by fear and indecision and procrastination. I had to start thinking for myself on purpose. I stopped scrolling mindlessly. I stopped wasting my time on distractions, I had to start holding myself accountable. Every loss, that was me. But every win, that was me too. That could be mine. So taking control of your life starts when you start taking control of your mind. The moment you start taking full responsibility of everything in your life, everything in your life starts to begin to change. Before these books, I was stuck. After reading these books, purpose, power, peace, prosperity. I'm still growing, but I'm growing with intention. So whether you broke, lost, or basically just tired of living below your potential, if you apply the wisdom from these books, I promise you your life will shift. I promise. These aren't just words. They're weapons. And they're weapons against like poverty or living below your means. And if I would like to leave you with a quote from my man Jim Rohn, because we left Jim Rohn out and we left my man Earl Nightingale out, but they're part of it too. But listen, if you oh man, that was the first if you work hard on yourself rather than working hard on your job, you can make a fortune. Remember that. Working harder on your job, you can make a living. Working harder on yourself, you can make a fortune. So remember that. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I'm not telling you to go quit your job. Develop some skills. Develop a philosophy. Develop a way of life that's going to get you a better way of life. So we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, that was a quick rundown of 4 books. The first book was Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Second book was As a Man Thinketh. The third book was George Clason, The Richest Man in Babylon. And the fourth book, again, Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Pick up those books, and I guarantee you read those books, you're going to have a life shift. It's going to be life-changing. Those books are literally life-changing, literally. Literally, they're life-changing. So, excuse me with the We're trying to do good with not saying I want to thank you guys for pulling up. I want to thank you guys for sharing your time with me. Hopefully it was some valuable time. As the channel says, we're going to give you valuable time. Every time I'm in front of this camera, we're going to give you some value. So you guys have a great night. I will be back again in 2 days. So make sure you hit that bell notification. Make sure you subscribe. And if you like what you heard, please share it with a friend, share it with a family member, share with anyone that you feel is of value to you that you would love to give this value to. So you guys have a great one. Rich smiles, valuable time. Peace.